Feelings aren't facts. So one of the things that I have to constantly remind myself of, that just because I'm feeling some sort of way doesn't mean that it's the facts of the situation. Like a prime example is if I get upset about something and emotion is involved in whatever scenario I'm going through, I've learned, especially from example from my wife, that it's good to pause, to take a moment. One of the things I've learned in recovery, they said that every year you're sober, you get half a second more to think about what you're going to say before you actually say it. And one of the greatest gifts I've been given is the ability to keep my mouth shut, because I have a natural ability to run my mouth and cause problems. And I've done that and still do it on occasion. But I have these little sayings that I say in my head. And one of the sayings is, feelings aren't facts. I have to sit and process what I'm feeling. So especially with anger, because it's really easy for me to get angry about something. But when I sit and pause and think about it, I realize a lot of times it's fear, and fear can ruin everything in my life. If I'm living in fear, there's a big problem going on. And it's like the whole, one foot in front of the next, 24 hours at a time, just remembering that, life is full of uncertainty. And my life has shown that time and time again. That is, no matter how much I plan for whatever scenario, because I'm the planner guy. I try to think everything out, plan it, and when things don't go the way that I want them to go, I freak out. And then I start trying to control the situation. And when that happens, everything else falls apart, because I start trying to make the people around me do what I want them to do. And that never ends well. So when I start getting upset about something, I sit down and I look at the facts of the situation. So even though I'm feeling upset, or I'm feeling nervous, or I'm feeling anxious, I look at the facts of the situation, I process it before I respond or react. Because when I become reactive to a situation, it's always bad, every single time. So taking a moment and processing the information that I'm going through, and then waiting for the emotion to come out of the situation, it's super helpful to have somebody or people that you can bounce things off. So I have a sponsor, and when things get all out of whack, I can call him and he can address the situation better, because he's not emotionally tied to what I'm going through. So I can clearly see when other people are going through things. It's like when something's not going to go well, and somebody's like, yeah, and they do it anyways and it didn't go well, but you can clearly see it wasn't going to go well. See, I can point that out in people around me, but I can't address it with myself because I'm emotionally tied to it. So just food for thought. Remember, feelings aren't facts. So if we take a moment, process the information, look at the facts of the situation, the way the information is interpreted could be different, and we would probably be less likely to hurt those around us.